Alrighty, gang. Let's play some
Hey.
D&D.
Woo! All right, guys, we find ourselves, we were in the second day after arriving into Luskin, and the party found themselves, they woke up for breakfast, and eventually, through a bit of discussion and figuring out how exactly they got here, they noticed a little bit of a social kerfuffle happening just outside the city hall, where they found the mayor of the large town, small city of Luskin, holding an event. Not quite a formal trial, more of a civic duty investigation of sorts into Tuggles the Slaughterer, who was being questioned in relation to a potential brutal attack on some lumberjacks and laborers within the forest area. After a little bit of back and forth across all the individuals and witnesses, a hooded figure basically took the mayor off to the side, gave a little bit of information, and the mayor decided to let Tuggles go, at least for now. Further questioning may happen later on. And with that, he identified himself and was introduced to our party, the Unextraordinaries, Tobin's crew, whatever they decide to call themselves. And they had decided to figure out exactly what was going on in this town, especially with the heavy fog. And one of their first ports of call they thought was to decide to investigate the abandoned Luskin lighthouse after the known disappearance of Calric Hollow, the um, the solitary lighthouse keeper at the time. And on their way up there, they uh, heard some music, some sound on the waves, and they were introduced to a large turtle humanoid called Porter. Basically, almost the equivalent of a one-man band. Small banjo, harmonica, a little bit of a drum on his body, and who was basically staring out to sea. And the party introduced themselves to Porter, and just as they were about to get in the conversation, a haunting cry for help was heard from the ocean as a damsel on some flotsam wood in the water was crying out for help. And Tommy and Tuggles in particular felt compelled, unnaturally compelled, to enter the water to try to assist this individual, and were suddenly um, grappled by two different forces. Tuggles was more obvious. Tuggles was basically wrapped up by a large water elemental serpent type creature that you can see on the screen, which has wrapped around Tuggles, grappled him, and has started to encase him in a large bubble of water. So not only is he taken some damage from the initial crushing and the surprise, he's basically struggling to breathe within the water. While Tommy, nearly making it to the damsel in the water, found a sharp grasp at one of his legs, took a little bit of damage, and had started to struggle against that. And off screen, we've already rolled for initiative because this combat has already got stuck in there. So we're gonna have one surprise round with our combatants, and from there, then we're gonna be able to get through the initiative order. So first one right off the bat is our water wield. He's going to use his action to contain his constriction on Tuggles. Tuggles, you're going to take another 4 points of damage, and you're going to take 4 points another 4 points of damage because of the difficulty in breathing at the moment. So you're basically being held under the water here. It's already been based on these turns, sort of 10, 12 seconds, and you're starting to feel that pain with yourself at the moment. Okay, uh, Tommy, under the water, you've no idea what's happened with yourself, and you're going to be able to look through the water. The waves are crashing. It's basically becoming difficult terrain for you at the moment. You're struggling to be able to keep standing up, and you're going to find that if this works correctly, basically a giant crab underneath the water surface. You start to see the surface of this has appeared on in front of you, and has grasped your leg. So with that, on its turn, it's just going to continue to clamp down. No interaction with that. It's going to give you 3 points of damage on that. And that is basically the surprise round. So right off the bat, in the initiative order, everyone's going to be amazed at some of the rolls that the party did here for initiative. We get right back into Tuggles. Tuggles right off the top. You're constricted. You're in the water. You're going to need to do a strength saving throw to be able to try to burst out of this encased bubble of water.
Can do. 6.
Okay, so you are struggling. The wet sand, the crashing waves, the turbulent water that you're in at the moment, you haven't really been able to get your feet to be able to stabilize, to be able to burst out. So you're still constricted by this water weird at the moment. Okay, Tommy.
Can I quick? Can I use a bonus action to activate my barbarian rage?
Yes, you can indeed.
I would like to rage.
Oh, okay, very good.
Light.
If it's not inconvenient, I would care to rage. Okay, and Tuggles, in your peripheral vision, yes, you are being encased in this water at the moment. What you're finding is, and you've experienced this a little bit over the last couple of months, okay? In your rage, instead of like a red mist over your eyes, it's almost like it's a darker green, earthy brown is what you sort of experience at the moment. And in your eye line at the moment, you're starting to see some distorted figures, but because you're under the water, you're not going to be able to see anything quite yet. But outside of the water, you're starting to see some shifting, some movement on the sand that's not just your party. Okay, so let's imagine it almost like an earthy green mist of rage. It has encapsulated you at the moment. Does your rage enable you to do anything like any sort of like secondary actions or?
No, it gives me advantage on. So it would have given me advantage on that strength save had I done it first. But next go around, I'll get advantage on trying to get out of the grapple.
Okay, fantastic, cool. Tell me, you've looked through the water. You can see this giant crab. So when I talk about a giant crab, you're basically looking at about the size of a golden retriever. Like this thing is it's long. And that's why, because of its size, even with the water, and it's got a rich sort of golden, almost mixture of gold and bronze sort of look to it. And it is down, and you can just see that it has started to clamp on your leg, and it is holding there. So what you can, obviously, you can do anything that you want, but if you're looking to move, you're going to need to do a strength saving throw to break out of that, because you are grappled at the moment.
So Tommy is kind of like he's struggling with the thing on his leg. He's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" He kind of looks back at the lady. He's like, "Hang on, we'll get to you." And I'll take I didn't bring my pistols in because I knew better than to jump in the water with my pistols. So they're with my coat on the shore, but I do have my rapier at my belt, and I will just try to stab down to get the thing off of me.
Okay,
get the crab thing off me.
So you are stabbing down into water.
I can. That's why I wanted to check. Can I see? You were describing the creature. Is the water clear enough? Okay, then yes. Then I'm gonna try to stab it in the face, in the face, to try and just get it off me.
So with that, what I'm gonna do is it's not as hard as making it a disadvantage, but the AC of it technically is a little bit higher.
Okay.
Just because it's a more difficult hit because you're stabbing through water.
Alrighty.
Okay. So
here we go. 19 to hit.
19 hit, yeah, absolutely. So it stabs down, and I just rolled basically a almost the equivalent of like a strength concentration roll for it. So it's given up, right? So it's let go of your leg.
Okay.
Now, okay, so you don't hear anything. It's under the water. There's heavy crashing waves. You can see where the crab is, but you are free. If you want to move, it still has the ability to do opportunity attack. So it's up to you in terms of what you want.
I'm still gonna stab and do damage to it. I'm down for killing a crab. I could eat some crab legs. So
yeah. Okay. Cool. That is fine. Okay, so you've done that attack. It's let go. And is there anything else you want to do? Is there any movement you want to do?
Sorry, I rolled it. I didn't know. I just hit the button to roll the damage. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna. I'm trying to basically kill it now, just because in my mind, if I try to swim to get her and it's still gonna come after me, it's no point. So I'm just trying to take it out.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, that is good. So what damage did you?
6.
6 points. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. Cool. All right. Anything else you want to do? Otherwise, we're going to be moving on to Claude.
No, nope.
Okay. Cool. Claude, you're up.
Yo, okay. I will use
Claude,
my...
your perspective. You can see the water. Weird. You wouldn't see the crab that's at Tommy's feet.
Okay, so I can see the serpent, but I can't see the crab, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's above the water and it is encapsulated in 7'5" tuggles, so it's not disguised in any way.
I figured that might be the case.
Yeah.
All right. I will use my 30 feet to move as far as I can.
Yep.
From here, I will Eldritch Blast the serpent twice, since it's the only target I can see. Can we see the woman in the water?
Yeah, you can see her because she's right beside Tommy.
Okay.
You can see her on the water. She's on the board.
Do we get vibes from her?
Another vibe check session. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, DM. What's our vibe check?
I don't know if I can tell that she is like the siren or, I'm just gonna focus on the serpent.
Yeah. From that distance and the waves are crashing. They're quite high, and she just looks like a body that's beside Tommy. So you're more likely to be looking at Tommy or Tuggles, I think. If there's a check that you have or an action that you want to do, in terms of that's not metagaming of I think there's something weird, but why would Claude think that this woman on the board is sus?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like what we get from her, why these two got pulled into the water, but they were going to save her, so I'm just gonna ignore that.
You obviously you can kind of suspect, but as far as they're concerned, they almost acted like they were compelled to go in and save her. So,
all right, 11 and 27 on the Eldritch Blasts.
Yep.
Both of them.
And yep. Sorry, I heard 27. Did I hear?
The first one was an 11.
11 and 27. Okay, one of them hits. Yeah.
One of them hits. Perfect. All right, I will roll damage.
It's probably the 11.
That is a 9. Probably the 11, yeah. 27's too high, you miss.
Yeah. You shot across the ocean, hit some random city that's way out there.
And how many points of damage? Sorry.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Force
fantastic.
Damage.
Yep. Okay. So as you can tell, it hits it. It maybe doesn't knock it back as hard as you would normally expect with this, because it does kind of shift the water with that. I'm going to roll though, and it is enough to at least distract it to let go of Tuggles. Okay. Ooh. So you can see that it's very reactive. It's like whatever kind of hit it last is what's wildly swishing and swashing his head, and you can see the foam of the salt water shifting off it every time it switches his head. So it's enough to let Tuggles go, but the damage you do, you get the feeling it's not as much as you would have expected it to hit if it was a normal humanoid, for example. Okay.
Interesting.
Cool. Anything else you want to do in terms of bonus actions, or you've done your movement and?
Yeah, Tuggles looks pretty tough, so I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Tommy.
Okay.
So Tommy, you get +2 bonus AC as long as I'm concentrating.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real quick, if you hover over the spell in your spell page on D&D Beyond, there, and you click on it, there should be a button that says Display in VTT, and it'll put the description in there.
Nice.
How? Spell slot.
Oh, cool.
And I will end my turn.
Excellent. Okay. So with that, basically, we're going to be working on that. We have two other initiative rules within here. So the first one we're going to see is you're going to start to hear Boduk.
Yep.
You are Boduk in particular. You're going to hear some rumbling on the ground. Like you're going to the ground seems to be shaking around you, but not at a significant rate that like it's an earthquake and everyone else is feeling it. Just for some reason, you're shaking. Porter's not shaking, but you're being shook. Okay. Because underneath you, basically two more of these crabs burrow up through the sand and are right there on top of you. Okay.
Oh, I'll pick here.
Yeah, and with that as well. So what you're going to notice is that, and Tommy, you're going to notice a little bit of water sloshing up away from you. There's going to be another one up there. And Rian, you're going to hear a little bit of scuttling behind you.
Oh.
And as this sort of shifting the room, but Boduk, the ones that are kind of moving up from underneath you, came straight up out of the sand. Okay.
Great.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I want the layer one. Yeah, I can move this one over here. Okay. Move this one in towards Tommy and Boduk. I'm going to roll basically for both of these guys to try to pinch you. So they've come up and they're both going to try to grab at a leg with yourself. And I've got a 17 and a 7.
7 does not hit. 17 does.
17 does hit. So basically the one that's, let's say it's the one that's right, that appeared and just kind of almost the pincer came up through the sand and it grabbed you and it kind of the sand. So it's going to hit you for 4 points of damage and you're going to be grappled on that leg as well.
Grappled.
Yeah. Okay. And then following Tommy's instruction that the protection's needed there, the damsel, she's basically going to make her move. She goes like, "Oh, thank you. I'm going to and the crashing waves are moving in and they're bringing her in towards the shore. And she's going to be on the board and she's just going to be breathing. So that's basically her sort of movement as just an individual entity on that. She's not just going to stay in the water. She's slipping towards the shore. Okay, cool. Boduk, I believe that's you next. Yep.
So now that there's crabs all around me, I'm pretty surprised by that. What can I get done right here?
Can you animal handle a crab?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just follow Tommy's suit and try to break myself free from this crab, and I'm gonna take a stab at it.
Okay.
With my rapier. With my infected charm.
Oh. Infected crabs.
Yeah, so that'll be a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Go away. That's gonna be So that's 10 piercing damage, and then on top of it, I do 2d6 poison damage.
Damn.
So that's another 11 damage, and I also take d4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take 3 damage and dish out all that.
Yeah. So what does that appear like to Boda? Because obviously, in terms of how
I s-
you haven't used this a huge amount of time. So is
No,
this a
but
surprise to Boduk that he's getting injured as well, or what's the thing, or is this just
he's used it
calculated
once,
risk?
so he's not that surprised.
Yeah.
The charm, it kind of like it turns black, and it sort of like you see almost like his veins up his arms that's holding the rapier start to turn a little, like
Yeah.
get a little black, and that's just like it taking away his
Yeah.
life essence basically to create this extra damage.
Extra damage. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna let go first of all. So and it hisses and almost the equivalent of like a squeal.
Yeah.
Like think of the sound of that. People say for lobsters being dropped into boiling water, that
Yeah.
hiss, that squeal, all that there, basically as not only is it being stabbed, but you can see this energy pilfering through or filtering through the rapier into it, and you can see it kind of seizing up and tensing and causing that to its pincers to sort of open up and almost be stiff at the moment. It's still there, but you can see it's in a lot of pain. It's taking a lot of damage on that. Okay.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Then you said I broke free from the grapple.
Yes.
So, didn't mean to ping myself. So I'm gonna move that 1, 2 up towards Claude, and for my bonus action, I'm going to give Tuggles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration
Love it.
to give you.
While that's happening, basically both of these crabs are going to get an opportunity strike on you because you moved out of their
That's right.
their field. Yeah. The one that you'd pierce, basically, it almost had the close to no reaction on that as well. 14
Does not hit.
does not hit. Okay, and the other one basically took it, and you can just hear the really dense snap as something tried to grab it, almost like you just got your leg away from it pinching your like Achilles as you sort of ran away from it. Okay.
That would have been bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And you've got Bardic Inspiration for Tuggles.
Tuggy.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Woo!
Cool. Rian, you're up.
Okay. I'm moving this way as well. And Tobin is gonna kind of stay between me and the crabs and bark at them.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll distract them at all, but he's just barking and creating noise.
Yep.
Intimidation.
And then I'm going to cast 3rd level magic missile on the water thing.
Okay.
Two, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, and 5.
I
Did you
think
say?
she would just.
I think
Just kinda-
5, 3, 3, 4, and 4. Because it does 5 of them now. There's the 3 darts plus
Ooh.
2 at 3rd level.
Nice.
8,
Okay.
11, 15, 19 damage.
Yeah. So so once again, this thing is wildly feeling. First of all, it looked at Claude. It had Tuggles. It looked at Claude, and all of a sudden, as it's turning its head, it's just getting smacked. And you can see these magic missiles just pinging into it, and you can see the white sort of salty waves thrashing off as waves are kind of almost going through it, but you can just see them. So and getting very, very angry with that. Now looking at yourself in particular, but taking a good chunk of damage on that one, and now you've got its attention because you're the last one to hit. Okay. Anything else you want to do in terms of bonus actions, or if you've any other, you've probably got a bit of movement left as well if you wanted it, but
Let's see where I was right here. That's like 10 feet. I'm going to move behind this rock.
Okay.
And Tobin will still be kind of between.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Is that your turn there?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Fantastic. Every single person on this now roll a wisdom saving throw.
Was it +1 or advantage on saving throws? I forgot already.
+1.
Plus
Plus
one.
one on saving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor and put the bardic inspiration in the displayed in the VTT? I think I
Sure.
might want to use it.
It's an additional D8.
Jeez. I didn't mean to do that.
I am gonna go ahead and use it. 1d8, please. 5, so 12 total for my wisdom saving.
Okay.
I only got an 11. I accidentally clicked it again.
That's okay. Basically, tell me anybody that gets less than a 14.
Me.
Everybody but me, Claude.
Yo.
Yeah.
10.
Did anybody get over 14?
I got 14. Claude
Claude
got
did.
21.
Paul got 21. Okay, cool. So, basically, in that moment, you all have like a psychic pang in your head. So, anybody who failed takes 9 points of damage. Okay. But,
Counterspell?
Yep.
Do
Do you have a reaction left, or do you have the ability to do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I still had a reaction. I just used movement in a
Yep.
3rd level spell.
Okay, cool. So the counterspell part is going to prevent any of the damage. Okay. There's also a sort of a psychological component to this spell as well, but the counterspell is going to prevent the damage that anybody's going to take. Okay.
Sweet.
Cool.
We're used to trauma.
Yeah,
Handle
yeah.
it.
Because Rian, funny you say that actually. Because in the water, you start to see
Oh shit.
the female form of the Kisera figure
fuck.
appear out.
No.
You are the only one that sees this. Okay, Tommy,
Beautiful.
you're starting to see
Oh fuck.
No.
Captain Zian himself, Viator. While once again, everybody's only seeing this. Viator, unfortunately, what you're seeing is a highly distressed Rusty drowning on the water. Okay,
Oh,
like
no.
he looks like he is in an absolutely terrible condition at the moment. Claude, your mom appears in the water in her deteriorated post Kisera form. You're the only one seeing this. You're the only one seeing the part that you're seeing. And unfortunately, on this as well, with that, Tobin has started to make his way towards the water because
Oh no.
he sees.
Did we prophesize this before the session?
Oh no.
He
No.
sees his former owner Goblin struggling in the water in the same way. So he's basically being compelled towards it. Everyone hasn't you've got almost the equivalent of like a headache, but no physical pain. But like a mental torture that's happening to you. Okay? Tuggles, you're not seeing anybody in the water, but what's scaring you is because with you already being in the water, it's now that you're out of this bubble of the water, What you're seeing is multiple twig blights on the shore. So your earthy, rage-induced sort of presence is seeing these on all over the beach. Okay. In fact, you don't actually see anybody else on the beach. You don't see your party. You don't see Porter. You don't even see Tobin. Everywhere where there was a person or an individual is now a twig blight. Okay.
Gotcha.
So wait, he can't see us, or did we turn
He
into twig
cannot.
blights?
No, he can't.
Okay,
So
good.
from Tuggle's perspective, there are
Yes.
only twig blights on the beach. Right? He's
Right.
obviously still got the water elemental right there in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
but all over the beach now he only sees twig blights.
Y'all be tripping.
And
Okay.
is it like full realistic looking images? Is there transparency to them at all? Is the captain
far as you
standing
can tell-
on the water? Is he in the water?
You tell me. So it's a very, very real image to you at the moment. But you tell me, like, does he look like he's injured? Does he look like he's dead? Is he on top of the water? Is he in the water? What's Tommy most scared of seeing?
No, I think he looks like his full boastful self and is somehow, even though I'm chest height and I'm floating, he looks like his feet are touching the ground. He's walking. The water comes up to his chest, but somehow he's walking towards me, even though I'm floating. That doesn't make any sense. How he is, but he just
like no resistance. Like
he's
no
always had
resistance
like
to
a
him at all.
bigger than life big
Presence,
image. So
yeah.
that's how it's coming across to Tommy, is that he's big enough to be
Okay.
walking at me in the water.
Okay, fantastic. So he's basically making his way almost from the ocean.
Yeah.
He's just confidently and quickly swaggering towards you, and you can start to hear these voices in here, like, "Yeah, boy, you think you could be captain? You ain't
I am the
ready,
captain of the ship.
boy."
I am the captain of the ship.
And everybody's in this. And Rian, unfortunately, you've kind of been used to these sort of headaches before, so maybe you have a resistance to the pain of the headache because you've had plenty of them, and that awareness allowed you to be able to quickly counterspell because you sensed and being able to see everyone else around you reacting to this. Realize this isn't just a Rian headache that you're used to. Everybody's feeling this. Okay, and that allowed you to go, actually, no, bang, counterspell. So everyone was able to get their head up. No one had their eyes closed. No one had to kind of go prone or fall to their knees in pain. But you can see, and you as well, everybody is extremely distracted by something on the water. As far as you're concerned, they can see Cassera as well. Like, we've already beat her. Da, da, da. Tell can see Rusty, and like you have yourself going up underneath the waves and just the paws, toe, yeah, and all of that. Okay, and as that's happening, the water elemental is going to basically act on the last thing that happened to it, which it is. And you can see this almost unnatural swirl of water following it. It is making its way towards Rian. It does struggle on the sand, though, because obviously it's not as quick as it would be in the water. But it is able to travel on it. And although it's staring at Rian, it looks like if it could, it would probably just barrel straight through Claude, Tobin, Bodok, etc. Okay. So, that's that turn. It basically had to use a lot of movement to get out of the water and to do that. So it doesn't have any action, anything else to do at the moment, because it had to expel so much energy to be able to move. Okay. Tell, we're gonna have you go before Porter for that.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do? Like, obviously you're seeing this. No other actions at the moment. None of you have, other than Tobin, no one has been compelled to go into the water. But you are seeing what you're seeing.
Okay. First thing is I want to bless everybody, and then want to make a break for the water.
Okay.
So, me. That work? Okay. Cast
So me, Boduk, and Rian.
How many people can you do?
Yeah, a 4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, Rian, Boduk, Claude, and Tommy. Did it work? As in the whole thing.
Doesn't it just happens?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Is there?
There's nothing you have to succeed. I think it just works.
I was,
Double check it that it didn't take 2 spell slots for that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good call.
Let me make sure I cast. It's just 1. Let me make sure I cast the right one though. I think it's only 3. So Rian, Claude, and Boduk.
Noise.
I'll cast it on those 3. I'll use the first level.
is there a way to put any like symbol on them or anything? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Go to your effects.
I can draw crosses like I did last time.
I think there's ones like you can do like these. I'll do like the yellow dot beside it, maybe something like there.
Ah, that works. Like it. Then
Bless you.
Rain needs one.
You're blessed.
I'll get Rian.
The only problem with your drawing is if they move, I think does the drawing go with them or stay? Yeah, it stays in that
Yeah,
spot.
it stays.
Yeah, the drawing.
We did that last time. Yeah. The way I did that, I think you can like connect it to the character.
And Tommy got
What
it.
that will be.
I think he can only. I think he
got
said he can only do 3, so I don't have one.
Oh, you're gonna do 3. Okay, sorry.
Unless you want to give you one. I mean, that's fine with the DM. You know what? You were right the first time. It's whatever you want. It's really whatever you want.
DM's rules.
You are not in a safe enough position to get any sort of favors at the moment.
Help me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good.
And-
Right. And now, so with that, on that roll, just before Porter kicks in, basically what you're going to find is as the waves are crashing in, okay? And sorry, I want to get this. Yeah, get this as a select. Yeah. As the waves are crashing in and it's moving in towards the water, you can see 2 more large crabs come in with the water. There's another bit of scuttling from the area that was back behind Rian. And you can see 1 crab at the moment coming out of that cave area up at the top.
Oh my god! How many crabs you bringing into this?
Okay.
Like rats.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to
okay.
end this at episode 25. Apparently.
Okay. And with that, so Porter's turn. So Porter is Puggles. What you're going to notice is when you look at Porter, he seems to almost just stroll past these twig blights. Okay, he doesn't like, maybe that confuses you, like why is he not doing anything about this? He's almost just walking right past them. Okay. But then you're also going to see this twig blight kind of following in where that area of Porter is. And Porter is basically going to very quickly just step up right here, and you're just going to see him just bunker down and kind of get down really low and just go protection with his shell. He's going to go into a defensive position. And Boduk right there, if you stay in that spot, you will have a shell defense So you'll have a +4 to AC if you stay
Sick.
within 5 feet of Porter.
And
Got
+1 from Tobin right now.
And
Yeah.
+1 for Tobin. So that's Porter's move. Basically, his idea is he's going to step in right there. As far as he's concerned, the crabs are right there. He looked at the water elemental, but he can only move so far.
Yeah.
So kind of stumbling, rumbling, bumbling on the way there. It's kind of the closest thing he has to urgency that you sort of notice. But he just says it. But you can just see from this kind of awkward movement that he's making, all of a sudden it's a really definite, like well practiced, the shell, and kind of gets really compact, and with the sheer size of him is almost kind of, if the sun was there, it would be casting a shadow on you, right? So it's just a really big, it's almost a living boulder that you've just got now right there.
And that's just me. CMB doesn't get it.
Just because of the angle, with
Okay.
that. So it's
Hell yeah.
the way that does. So it's the positioning of him. He's taken up a very protective stance there. And you never know, Claude. It might be because he's looking at you and kind of got a grasp of who he thinks needs the protection. It might be he's calculated the path of the crabs. You don't know, but he stepped right up. Awkward movement, but then a very swift practice lockdown of that position. Okay? And that's basically going to be his movement. So movement, protection style, and we're going to go to Tuggles now. Tuggles, you're in the water. You just see, basically the only things you can see at the moment are the damsel on the water, who's kind of rolled up onto the beach, and twig blights everywhere. What do you want to do?
Okay. So do I see these crabs or
No.
no?
You see, so you can kind of
In
guess.
place.
You can kind of guess that in their place. That's why those twig blights are there.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. So
everybody else that they're looking
at.
at sees crabs.
Yeah.
You see twig blights. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I see a lady here, and I see 2 twig blights on the beach. And I'm really, really, really angry. So I'm gonna make my way to the beach and do some bad things to those twig blights.
Okay. Fantastic.
I'll do some real bad things.
First thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to I go with where's the page here? At the start of each. Nope, that's fine. It's not relevant. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to rock up. You make your movement. As you can imagine, you're going through crashing water waves, but you are very big as well. Awkward sand. You weren't able to get your position. So what sort of movement do you get?
I'd like to move here. My total is more than that, 40. Yeah, so I can.
Yeah,
I think I can do
you
that.
can,
I'm gonna go here.
If you go that naturally, you don't move out of its circle. You just kind of moving around it. So yeah, not an opportunity. Okay.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm gonna position myself between these 2 twig blights.
Okay, fantastic.
I am gonna go ahead and activate my reckless attack feature.
Yep.
I'm gonna use that. So that basically gives me advantage on all my attack rolls using strength this turn, and then anything that attacks me for the rest of this round also gets advantage.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use my first attack action on this one right in front of me here.
Kick his ass.
I'm gonna try.
Kick his ass, sea bass.
That is gonna be a nat 20 on the first roll.
Wow.
We'll go ahead and I guess I don't need to do advantage, right? Because it was 20. So that was the first roll. The damage is gonna be a 1d8 plus 4.
But then
Total of 12 plus 2 for my rage, so 14 damage on the first attack.
So that was a nat 20, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way we do crits are take your maximum damage that you can do, and then
Okay.
add a roll. So that way, then you're never going to get like a 1, 1 plus
Right.
1
Okay.
for that. So if your max is what, 1d8 plus 4? Did you say?
Yeah, 1d8 plus 4
1d8 plus 4 plus your 2 for your
for the rage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's 14 at least.
Okay.
And now roll normal.
Okay.
Like this is your normal damage roll.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Yeah.
that is gonna be 11 total.
Okay, fantastic. You come crashing down onto this twig blight. Okay, but as your axe cleaves through the brambles and the leaves of this twig blight, for some reason it actually sounds like it's crunchy, it's squelchy. There's like blood and sort of kind of different colored sort of ooze coming out of it, and you hear like a weird squeal coming out of it, as you basically completely puncture this. And instead of it just breaking up into bark, it's like it's blood, it's flesh, it's shell kind of breaking apart from it. So this guy is dead. You absolutely cleave through him.
Nice.
And this twig blight, with that, it disappears as well. So that one's gone.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I still see this one next to me here.
Yes, you do indeed.
All right. I have a second attack that I can use as a part of my attack action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That is a 17 total to hit.
17. Yep, that's gonna hit.
All right, and that is gonna be 8 damage, plus 2 for the rage. So 10 on that. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, fantastic. So cleaved through the first one, and then almost kind of like a reactionary swipe at the other one. It's enough to basically snap the pincer that's nearby, so it does a lot of damage. It's still got one pincer going. You hear the hiss, the squeal of that there. Maybe a little bit of force was taken away by a crashing wave coming in at the same time, but it was still enough to, with the sharp end of that, just cleave that straight off. Okay.
It's still kicking though.
Yeah, still kicking. Good chunk
Okay.
of damage, but you can see it's struggling. You can see it's taking a lot of damage.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I do have a bonus attack or bonus action attack that I can do with the dual wielder feat.
Okay.
I just don't get any like cool bonuses to it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna make an offhand attack with the Morning Star.
Okay.
That is gonna be an 11, and I forgot I had advantage from the reckless attack on the last one.
Nice, you do
We're
indeed. Yeah.
gonna roll with that advantage. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. Yep.
And that is gonna be 4 damage total.
Okay. So as it's reckless, it's kind of going about the place. The water's crashing in and out. This was more of a glance on that. So maybe it got, it's kind of scraped across the top of the shell.
Mm-hmm.
It did connect through it, hasn't killed it. So basically you're just almost this flurry of blades and this of the mace coming in, piercing the top of the shell, not killing it, but significantly hurting it.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. That is
but
it for me.
obviously, sorry, just to kind of go back
Mhm.
because I forgot this. So this is crashing through the twig blight that you're seeing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's like, but once again, you would be expecting like vines and leaves and dirt and moss to be being cast off this, but it's not. It's actually, it seems to be weirdly like shell and flesh and blood and ooze that's coming off.
Gotcha.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you want to do?
No, I think that's gonna do it for me.
Okay, fantastic. Tell me, what do you want to do as you see, basically another ripple of water as another crab is breaching the shore.
Yeah. All right. So Tommy is definitely, now that the girl went towards the shore, Tommy wants to head to the shore. So I'm gonna bonus action disengage, and Tommy is definitely like at the captain. The captain come towards him. He's kind of panicky. He's like, "You're not real. I saw you die." And he's like swimming, trying to swim away. And I'm gonna move to the beach.
Okay.
And can can we? It could be up to you, or can I have gotten back to my coat and my guns here on the beach?
I'm gonna say like that rock. Like you basically you put it down. You wanted to keep it dry. You put it right at that rock.
Okay.
You're happy enough that you
All right, then I'm definitely gonna grab my pistols and shoot. I think Tommy would shoot at the captain. He is too locked in on it, even though the crab that you said surfaced. Am I seeing the crabs at the top of the water, or am I seeing them underneath the water, kind of just scuttling?
Let's say these two are under the water. This one's breaching the shore. This one's breached the shore. So if you can kind of see it along this edge of the water, let's say you can see it on the sand. I'm going to give you the opportunity. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
This one. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you can see this one, and you can see this one. Do you see actually anything when I do that? You can see that one. Then I
see that one.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yep. Right. What I'm also going to give you the opportunity to, because as you said, you were like, you really don't believe this. I'm going to give you a wisdom saving throw to see if you do actually decide to take that shot on the captain.
14.
Yep. So you point the gun at, and your finger almost kind of shakes as you're pointing towards it. But you do convince yourself that no, this can't actually be real.
You're not real.
So
You're not real.
You can choose a different target if you want.
All right, then I will ping, or I will shoot at that crab here.
Okay.
With my pistol. This is gonna be so good. Everyone's gonna be so impressed. Just watch.
Is Tommy saying that stuff out loud?
13.
Just curious.
Yes, Tommy's definitely yelling that you're not real.
Okay.
But it would be out towards the ocean, so not towards you guys. Tommy yelled at the ocean, swam, came back to shore, and still yelling in a direction of the ocean that you're not real. I don't believe you.
Crashing.
I saw you die.
You know, there's the giant water elemental and everything that's kind of swashing and slushing around there as well. So that's fine. Okay. Tommy, you took your shot at the crab?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
13. Yeah, so you hit the crab. Okay. So ping that.
Yep, this one here. Basically the one just beside.
It's actually this one. That
okay.
One. You can see that one.
Oh, I can see. Okay, gotcha.
These two are still under the water because that's
gotcha.
where you were.
Okay. Then yeah. And then I need to roll. 13 damage.
Oh yeah, a good hit there. It was kind of coming out onto the water, so you were able to kind of shoot almost its side, if it was like the equivalent of like in the sort of rib cage, so behind the pincer for that. So a good hit of damage on that.
Sick. Yeah, I hope everyone saw that. It was a pretty good shot on a big bad crab.
Cool. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Tommy?
No. I just because I'm right beside her, I kind of just like checked. Are you okay? Are you good?
Yeah. At that point, she was basically gonna kind of have her arm and goes, "Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for helping me."
If she needs helped up, or if she looks like she's trying to get herself up, Tommy would reach a hand down and help.
She's reaching out and she's like trying to like grab on your coattail and try to pull herself up.
Yeah, Tommy would have like shot and then like put his hand like kind of like half looking back. Are you okay? Put a hand out to her.
Okay, fantastic. Cool. Claude.
Oh, Claude forgot that he had 2 attack actions and only used 1 last turn, so that's great. Just gonna roll that over and totally take 3 attacks. So I think Claude, seeing this visage of his mother, kind of suspects that it's not real, but also sees Tommy yelling out towards the water and thinks Tommy's yelling at her as well. So he suspects that it's the water elemental that's doing this summoning. So I think he's going to focus his attention on that. And so I'm going to take a 2 long. I'm going to start with 1 longsword attack on the water elemental and see how that goes.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll for a 21.
Yep.
And should I divine smite? Okay, so I'm blessed. So that is what do I get to add to an attack? To the attack roll,
D4?
not the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So, attack, yeah.
Okay, so if the 21 hits, that's fine. And I'm gonna add a divine smite, so that's 5 plus 3 for 8 damage. And then is the elemental still standing?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use.
What's good about that is, as you were taking those swings, your sword was starting to glow with that red that you had that seemed to have given it a certain amount of energy. So instead of this just purely being like a slashing, your weapon is basically considered magical. Okay, so while its normal sort of resistances would be there, it is actually making the impact that it needs.
Okay, so I see that it's more effective because of the magical energy that's imbued.
Yeah, because you get the feeling with like water elementals, if you're just trying to slash at it with a sword, it's a sword going into water, so
That's fair.
it would be reduced damage. Yeah.
Okay.
But your new one isn't, or it is having an impact.
Okay. I'm trying to think for my second action. Where is it? For my second action, I'm going to channel divinity and abjure enemy. So I can choose one creature within 60 feet, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw. Fiends and undead have disadvantage. On failure, creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0 for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Okay.
If it succeeds, its speed is still halved for 1 minute or until it takes damage. So it's a 16.
Okay. No, it failed that, right? So you can almost see it kind of its reaction to fear. This thing, as you can imagine, is not going to like look scared. It's going to be more like it's like a defensive animal. It's going to rear up, and it's going to be scared in the sense of it's defensive. It's trying to lean back. It already had difficulty moving on the sand anyway, but you're right, now it's sort of pinned in place, looking at you, but feeling like it can't do anything at the moment.
I glare menacingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't see anything else. It
Anything
only
else you
sees
wanna
Clyde.
Nothing else for this turn.
Okay, fantastic. Right. With that, basically, we're going to find that these crabs, they're going to make their movement. They're coming towards you. This one in particular is going to roll to try to snap at you. Yeah. This one's also going to try to roll to snap at you. Basically, it's using the equivalent of like pack tactics.
No.
And these ones are both going to come at you. They both get advantage because they're flanking you. And you're going to get a 14 and a 13.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Actually, that's just the first one. And actually, those rolls are worse. Okay, so both of those missed. Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. Okay. So even as these things are scuttling towards you, you're just shifty and you're just
I just do the Matrix.
missing these pincer attacks. Yeah.
And just dodge all of them.
Yeah.
He's starting to believe.
So they've got that. This one is basically getting desperate. It's taking a lot of damage. So basically, as you can see, Tuggles, it's going to basically run away. It has no cause to fight here. It is like,
do I get an opportunity attack?
You do, yeah.
Nice. 27.
Okay.
Oh, I think that was.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Yeah, that was another crit.
Nice.
Try to run from Tuggles.
Yeah. Okay,
so 1d8 plus 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah, okay.
How does this thing get punished?
I want to As I still see it as a twig blight, right?
Yes, you do.
So I want to, as I see it turn around and try to run away, use my axe, like instead of like a slashing to chop it, like
Yeah.
tree style. I want to use it to kind of like latch onto it with like the hook portion of it and try to like keep it in place.
Yep.
And in doing so, just kind of like it implodes, like just kind of crush it into the ground. Like you're staying right here.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Very good. Cool. Okay. So that is that's that. It it tried to run away. It did not succeed in running away. And with that there, and then Rian, what you're gonna find is coming in from the top here. These ones are scuttling down towards you. And when I think I Scuttle.
Oh, another one.
I'm glad I never went in there. I was gonna misty step in there at one point.
You would have
Yeah.
been misting for sure.
These ones are just going straight for Rain. They're all gonna try to pincer attack on you. So basically, they all get advantage on you. Pack tactics. They're coming in. They're all very very close. You're not quite pinned up against the rocks, but you're gonna see there's at least there's one nat 20 on that. Oh, actually, nope. There's a second nat 20 on that advantage, and the other one was just a 10. Okay, so you get like two of these ones are able to get in, and let's say it's like they've grabbed like an arm and a leg on the same side, on your right side of where they've sort of kind of clawed in there. Okay.
Is this a different turn from when I used my last reaction? Like this is a different cycle, so I have a reaction again.
No, you don't, because your turn's
I
next.
did it after.
So
Okay.
you that was your last one. Okay.
Okay.
So it's 8 points of damage and 9 points of damage on that. Basically, as they come
17.
steaming out of that cave, and just all in together, all just swarming on you with that. Okay. Great. And then Tommy, as the damsel is pulling on your thing, she goes, "Oh, thank you, young man, And in an instant, she will transform into a sea hag.
Son of a bitch.
And everybody who was looking out onto the water now has to make a wisdom saving throw for what is called a horrific appearance attack. Okay.
That was wisdom saving.
Wisdom saving, please.
Oh my god.
Wait, but if we're blessed, do we get saving throw bonuses?
You do, and Claude and
Is that a
Bodak
D4?
get a +1 as well because of
Tobin?
Tobin. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have a 6 now.
I think I'll be okay with a 22. If I'm not, let me know and
got-
I'll roll the extra.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
13 with all my
13.
bonuses.
I also got
Okay.
13.
Yep. Okay. Tell. What'd you get?
Sorry, I missed it. What were we rolling for?
Sorry, a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
24.
Sorry.
24.
I'm sorry. Time
44.
24.
Oh, 24. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Everybody else, so Claude, Bodak, Tell, Tommy, while shocked by this hag, maybe it's the relative recent experience that you have, that you can think of with the green hag, not quite sure, but it doesn't frighten you, as it's not a debilitating frighten that you have. Okay. Rian, on the other hand, you've just been basically swarmed by the
Sorry, I actually got a 9. So if it was a 10 or less, I rolled with blessed, then
Oh.
realized I wasn't someone that was blessed. So
Okay.
I have a 9.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. Well then, yeah. So you are horrified by this, and
Holy
yours as much
shit!
because in that moment, right? So you are frightened.
What-
Okay. You have the frightened state, so it basically means you can't. I know you're already beside, but you can't move towards me. And you will have disadvantage on this creature, as long as she's within the line of sight of you. Okay. Rian, that's the same as yourself. So you cannot move towards her.
Okay.
And you will have disadvantage if she's in your line of sight, and that is for any attack. Okay,
Oh,
even
man.
if she's technically in your periphery, it's not just when you're attacking her. Right?
Beautiful.
Okay. Tobin has made another movement towards the water. Okay.
Tobin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it made another movement towards the water. And that is her turn, and that is the crab's turn. And now we're back to Rian. So Rian, now it's your turn. You get the full set of actions again, but you are frightened. Good icon.
Okay, a lot of things here.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. I
You're
thought I was
really scared.
after the crabs.
Wait, yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, you are. Apologies,
It's okay.
Rian. Keep being scared.
Rian, you need help over there? Do you wanna need
Get Tobin!
Great, yeah.
Oh.
okay. Well, that answers that. So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it the 20-foot circle. Where is that?
Show me that circle.
I'm gonna try to get Claude and Tommy in it. Which, yeah, so I'll be able to get Claude and Tommy in it. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
frightened, so what it's going to be able to do is each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere make a charisma saving throw. Creature can choose to fail this saving throw if it wishes. If it fails, choose one of the following two effects. Press an effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Any suppressed effects, yeah. Alternately, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile to. So basically, I'm trying to get rid of the frightened emotion and or charmed. I don't know if Tobin's charmed or not.
Okay.
Nah. So I'm gonna try to do that.
Does the sea hag have to do anything? Like, is that an attack, or is
I-
that just for your allies?
It's more for. I mean, I don't think so. No. I guess I could no, because I'm choosing to get rid of the
Yeah, that's what you're choosing to do. Okay.
the
Cool.
frightened and or charmed effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a charisma saving throw for Tobin.
Unless he wants to fail it.
Yeah, I choose to fail so that I do get rid of the frightened.
Okay. So yeah. So because you're using that,
I don't know. Is
Tobin
he?
has agency.
I didn't want to just
Yeah.
like straight up ask you if he was charmed, like, but I didn't know.
I get you. I'm gonna give Rian.
You want me to do?
I'm
Okay.
gonna give Rian, who has the best potential to distract Tobin from his former owner, and if depend on her argument in that moment.
Save the pup.
If, whether he ignores.
Yeah, he's a
charisma
dog, and
saving
he's a dog. He's conflicted, and just
Make him choose you.
make him choose you.
Like, Rian is also terrified right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
confused, so she's just screeching his name
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
Maybe he'll get the imperative, I don't know, emotion there, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we'll see.
okay. So yeah, so you actually you played that pretty spot on in terms of what I would have wanted for Tobin and that. This image that he's seeing of the goblin isn't really doing anything. You know, it's kind of drowning his bob and it's not really seeing much. Your scream has got enough to get him to turn around and to see you now surrounded by 3 crabs. Okay, so he will technically choose to feel that and is no longer being charmed or compelled towards the water. And go from there. Okay, yeah, Bo. So well done. Yeah. So Tommy is not frightened.
Yeah.
I'm not scared anymore.
Yeah. And,
I didn't know.
Tobin has kind of almost had a moment of, you know, the water's there and it's crashing down and there's a giant crab beside him and yeah, and he sees that Rian's in danger.
I'm in
don't have-
danger.
And I don't really have much for bonus actions except for I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Rian, because she seems like she's kind of in danger. And I'm gonna stay here next to Porter. I appreciate your help, Porter. All right, that'll be my turn, I guess.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Rian. Let's go with the wisdom saving throw to see if you can kind of shake off the frighten, because it's a new turn for you.
19.
Okay, fantastic. So you've been able to get your composure on that. Maybe the fear of Tobin being in danger was enough to kind of shake you out and sort of get your priorities and get your head screwed on. Okay, good.
I wouldn't say that Rian's head is screwed on. I would say that the fear ebbs away and turns into anger,
Nice.
and now she's seeing Cassera. Tobin was almost lost to her for a minute. So I guess Tobin's moving his way back. We'll say that.
He's going to, but he's going to take an opportunity attack because he was right there with the crab. And that is that's a nat 20. So Tobin's going to take 9 points of damage. So you're going to hear, you know, and a little bit of a hobble through the sand. So that's going to say that's the furthest he gets because it's the sand. He's short. He's hurt his leg. Rough terrain, but he's there.
Yeah, because in D&D Beyond, the Mastiff technically only has 5 hit points, so.
It looks. I mean, his card has 10 hit points plus Constitution
card does.
modifier. Yeah.
Holy shit, you killed Tobin? You evil motherfucker. Oh my
He
god.
actually told me this would happen. He was like, "You're putting him in the line of fire."
No,
I did. That was my match. He goes, if you want to give Tobin some abilities, he becomes targetable.
Target. Yeah. So
yeah.
it looks like he has at least 11 HP.
Okay, cool. Well, he is.
So now he has 2.
Now he has 2. He is struggling, like really quite heavily limping, and the wet sand. So that's the height of the movement that he's able to get.
Okay. Brienne's pissed. She sees Cassera. Tobin's injured. I'm casting lightning bolt
Do it. Nice.
this way. And hitting
Okay.
all the crabs, and ostensibly Cassera, from what I can see.
Yes. So how far does lightning bolt go? Like, does it
100
does it allow to like hit multiple targets if they're in a line? Is that what
Anything
it is?
that's in the line of fire and the 5 foot across the beam.
Nice. Okay, so those 3 crabs there, the 3 crabs in the water, and the Cassera. Yep. Fine.
Yep. They took. And she has, or well, the crabs. Anybody that's in the line of fire has to do a dex saving throw, DC 15.
Okay.
Wait, am I in the line of fire?
No.
Okay.
No, you're not. Okay, so 2 of the 3 crabs that are near you fail, and 2 of the 3 in the water fail.
If they failed, they take the full 25. If they made the save, they take half damage.
Okay.
12.
Cool,
13.
cool. Yeah, absolutely. So, right off the bat, so these ones, there's a beautiful aroma in the air, guys. Like the
Fried crab.
smell of this is delicious at the moment that we can see. And especially even so the crab that was about to pierce out of the water is hit. You didn't even see this one, but it was in the line, so it got hit as well. And all you can see is a little bit of steam rising up from here. And when you look towards Cassera looks unaffected, but hasn't said anything, hasn't done anything, is just sort of more sort of in your line of sight. And this one has sort of squealed and hissed as well, as you've slightly cooked it.
Slightly.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a sorcery point for something I've never done before.
Mm-hmm.
To do a 2nd level magic missile as a bonus action.
Yep. Okay, so that's is it twin spell or quicken spell? Is that what it is?
Yeah, quicken spell.
Yeah, because it's the idea of because
Oh,
technically
I have to use 2 sorcery points.
Yes. Yeah, because it's the idea of like 2 actions. So it's basically turning one of those spell actions into a bonus action. Yep. Okay, fantastic. Cool. Magic missile. So just so you know, the crab that's in the water at the moment, you can't see it. It was under the surface as well. That was one that was getting Tommy, so you can't target that one. There's the one in front of you. There's these 2 that are actually these 3 that are surrounding the tail. The water elemental and the sea hag are all possible targets for you.
Okay. I'm sorry, everybody, but Rian's really pissed off. And seeing Cassera, she shoots all 4 of them at Cassera for 16 damage.
Okay. For that one, so with that one, I'm also going to give you the opportunity. Thank you for role playing for that. I'm going to give you the wisdom saving throw to see if you are convinced enough to use a spell on Cassera.
12. I'll add the what is it? A D6 for Bardic.
He's not there at the moment, but yeah, I believe it's a D6. Yeah.
12 plus 6, 18.
Okay, fantastic. You fired 2 of them towards Cassera, but you had a quick enough sort of reaction to that to notice that they were basically just going straight through her. So that illusion disappears. So you still have. You said there was 4 you were firing. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
so
it. Yeah. So 2 of them went there. Thank you for the role play on that one. You've still got 2 that you can ping off.
Well, then the last 2 that I shot, the 5 and the 2, I'll just point right at the ground at my feet by this other crab for 7.
Yeah. 7. Yeah, bang. That's enough to finish it off. Okay.
Nice.
So you were in a really, really precarious position, but you've basically been able to sizzle your way out of that one. So well done. Okay, cool. Rian, anything else you want to do? You've got movement now. There's not going to be any opportunity attacks because everything around you is dead. It's been cooked. If you want to season those crabs, there's free actions. That's fine. There's a rock there. If you want to take cover, that's going to add +2 to your AC as half cover. If you want to do that.
Rian's taking very big deep breaths.
Yeah.
After seeing Cassera disappear and kind of trying to calm down.
Okay. Cool. So no movement, or you're just going to take cover. You're taking cover behind that rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of compose yourself. Fantastic. Okay. Cool.
Also,
water elemental, unable to move, but Claude, it was there. I think the frightened means that while it can't move, it's a disadvantage to attack against you, I believe.
Is it disadvantage? I thought it couldn't attack the target that frightened it.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong.
No, I don't have.
I guess also he could roll to or if he wants to fail his frightened because he was in that sphere, that elemental. Whenever I did calm emotions,
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that, but you said humanoids, so he's not humanoid.
did I say humanoids?
I think it
Yeah,
actually says humanoids in the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
each
what I said,
humanoid.
Yeah,
It does.
each
Cool.
humanoid. Yeah. So like,
So
if that's what I was asking kind of about the hag in particular, but not that's why I didn't bother with that. Okay.
Okay.
So
Here's what I read. I think it can attack me. It says the frightened condition has disadvantage on ability checks and attack roll while the source of their fear is within line of sight, but it doesn't say it
Yeah.
can't attack me, and it cannot
Yeah.
willingly move closer to the source of fear.
yeah. So it's already within attacking reach of you.
Right.
So it is going to try to attack you because it's been shown to be highly reactive to what the stuff that's been happening to it. And a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
So a wild slash. If it had a tail, it's almost the equivalent of trying to swipe at it, and it's just too high. And so that's all it can do, and it can't move towards you. Is that correct? Yeah.
Correct.
So it can't move towards you. But no.
Its
if it
speed
was
is also
tactically-
0.
Yeah, if it was it's moving 0. That's fine. That's even better. I was thinking even tactically, I would move, but it's frightened, so it's not going to. Okay, cool. Its turn is basically neutralized on that one.
Also, real quick, the hag hasn't got an initiative order at all. Didn't know if you wanted, or you might already knew that and had it planned for something else.
Yes, that's fine. No, because she took her turn was the horrific appearance illusion change.
Okay.
That was her turn in that one, and then we went on to Bodok and Rain's turn.
Also,
okay. Water elemental.
I was just gonna say that whenever I casted calm emotions, I would probably do it with my my loot. I don't know if you want to do anything with your random rolls.
Yeah, that is a good one. But let's say, I don't know. Let's say Porter being there seemed to relax things.
Okay. I like it. He was the person I was gonna go to about attuning it anyway.
Nice.
Porter explodes
Okay.
into a
Do
bunch
this.
of bits.
Okay.
My turtle.
Tell. Being swarmed by crabs. There's four within your line of sight, or basically surrounding you. You get the feeling that this one is not looking at you. It's still, if it's going to go anywhere, it's basically almost kind of facing down Porter. But as you can imagine, it doesn't want to charge down on Porter. It's a massive boulder. So these three are around you, looking at you, and this one's staring you down as well. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna swing on. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out this guy. Can you see that?
Yep.
That one, yes. With my mace.
Okay. Go for it.
10.
10 will not hit. So, and no, 10 won't hit.
Mm. Okay. I will,
just yeah.
I'll swing and a miss and just stand here.
Okay. Right. Okay. Swing and a miss. Porter's going to take his time. So he's basically he's going to remain in sort of the protective stance with that. But he is going to kind of move forward, and you can almost see what looks like the equivalent of a giant. It almost looks like a boulder acting almost like a snowplow, right? It's just moving forward, and it's just pushing these guys. Maybe not that far because he had to move. So he's just pushing these guys away from you. So you're no longer being flanked, and he's just using his sheer size to just steam through these. They're not being damaged; they're just being pushed. Okay, so they're not taking any damage. It's not like they're being rolled over, but it's being pushed away from you. Okay, and that's his turn. But he does set up here, so tell now you have the benefit of the AC of +4
There you go.
AC.
Nice. I'll give him a pat on the
Shell.
shell.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. Okay, cool. That's Porter's turn. Tuggles, back up to the top.
All right. I still just see a bunch of twigs.
Yeah.
Do I see the sea monster?
Yes, you can see the sea monster.
But it's not. It doesn't look very menacing towards me right now. I think.
It's not looking at you. It's got its back to you.
Yeah.
You can see that it's wildly reacting and flailing. With the water, you may be getting hit by sea spray, but it's not looking at you. It's looking at Claude.
Gotcha. And then I see a twig blight next to
Next to
the
Claude.
sea monster.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I see.
That's like your perspective. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then I can see these guys all down here.
Yes. So there's multiple twig
Hmm.
blights down here, and there's a sea monster, and twig blights here, and you can see a twig blight there as well.
Well, I think I'm gonna run. I would like to run here, I think, and start beating up on this one, just the closest one to me.
Okay, cool. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yes, I can. Wisdom saving throw right there. That is gonna be a 13 total.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Roll for attack. That 24 total.
Cool. Claude, does a 24 hit?
Oh shit. Let me see. Do I have anything to prevent this? I don't think I do. Yes,
I'm
24
gonna
does
use.
hit.
What is? I don't think I can do too much. I have a reaction that I might be able to help, but I don't know if it'll.
If it's enough.
Yeah, I can use it.
Does Bless get added to AC at all?
Ooh, no, I don't think it's a. Don't think it's an AC ad.
It's a saving throw.
Saving
But-
throws and ability checks.
You
Yeah.
are within 5 feet of Tobin, I think, so you get +1.
You are. That's very true.
It'll
I see. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case. I'm gonna use cutting words. I see Tuggles going for this attack on Claude.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna cast cutting words, which is
Okay.
to roll a d8 against what's it called? An attack roll.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that. Actually,
So Claude, your AC is 19. Is that correct?
It is with Tobin, yeah.
With Tobin. Okay, cool.
With Tobin in
And
range.
and I threw a 6 out there.
Okay. So
No.
with the quick reaction of Bodok, taking that 24 down to an 18. Tuggles, at the moment you're going. Were you going battle axe? Is that what it was? Or,
Yeah.
or
Oh yeah.
axe. So as you were swinging down, and you looked like you had the perfect line of attack on this twig blight, and there was a shimmer in your vision at the moment, and you briefly see Claude's face, and that's enough to distract you. You don't even stop the movement; you just change the direction of the momentum. So your giant axe just goes straight down into the sand. It's properly buried in this strong, hard sand. So it's almost like stuck in that, your battle axe, but
Mhm.
at least it's not stuck in Claude.
Yes. Yes.
He's
very
trying to
good.
slaughter us all. He's trying to
yeah.
slaughter us all.
Tuggles,
So-
what the hell are you doing?
Slaughtering.
Yeah, he's full reckless.
Yeah.
Just incoherent noise coming out of me.
Yeah, but enough to make you the distraction of seeing kind of Claude through this vision, and Claude just in between you and the water elemental, which you thought you just sort of sussed. Next thing, there's 7-5 half-orc barbarian just drives his battle axe in between you and the water elemental and into the ground. Okay. Tuggle, do you want to use your range of bonus actions to do anything?
Yeah. Can I? Is it safe to say that I don't that I believe that I don't want to hurt this guy?
Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Yeah. Let's say you've seen Claude. You get an idea of what's going on. Let's put this twig blight over here.
So the next closest thing that I am angry at would be the water elemental, I think.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, can I use my second attack from my action against this guy?
So I'm going to give you a choice. You can either use your action to remove your battle axe from the sand,
Okay.
or swing with your offhand on the other with the mace.
Yeah, no, I'm swinging. Anything I could. I would let go and start biting it if I had to.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and swing with the Morning Star in the offhand. Oh, that's an 11 total to hit.
Okay. No, it's flailing. You're raged. You don't have advantage, do you? Because
no, that's only if I activated
on that turn
reckless attack. Yeah, which I did not do.
Okay, cool. No, swing and a miss on that one, but at least it's not buried.
I think I'm shook. I'm fairly. There's a lot going on with the rage. I'm very confused.
But even the idea of the dynamic nature of this water beast and this sort of flail and stuff, you might have hit it, but it just shifted away from you and stuff. Okay, cool. Anything else you want or can do, Tuggles?
Can I? No, that's it for me.
Okay, cool. Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy is.
You were horrified, but you're not. Debilitated,
Yeah, exactly. It was like she first suddenly went. I kind of was like I had my hand back, but my attention was out, and then I hear like a weird mute like sound of like something changing, and it like being that close and having the hand on it scared the shit out of me. And then I like quickly was able to like regroup with myself using because of his spell. So I was like what the and then I just instantly with my rapier just go at her. Just now I'm the bad thing is touching me. It's just like get off me.
Yeah.
All right. So I swing. I don't think I have any other. I'm not blessed. No. All right. So yeah, it was 8 to hit.
8 to hit. Okay. No, it's you're like flailing, and you miss the hag. Okay.
I'm gonna probably won't matter. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Yep.
And I just simply want to move inland a little bit more. I'm afraid of her grabbing me and trying to take me back into the water where I can't fight. So
yeah,
I at least move a little bit of distance away.
Yep. Okay. Great. Anything else you want to do, Tommy?
Nope, that's me.
Claude, you're up.
All right. Claude, after fighting this hag in Boduk's memory, it's like this lady is manipulative. He thinks that she's mind controlling Tuggles. He sees Tobin get hurt, and he's getting angrier and angrier. First, I'm going to use Lay on Hands to heal Tobin back to full health.
Okay, good.
Can you tell me how many points that's going to be?
Do I roll that? Sorry.
I just spend as many points as I have available.
Oh, okay.
He needs 9 to have full health.
He needs 9. I'll go ahead and spend 9 points from my Lay on Hands pool.
Okay.
Oh, you have a pool for that? How big's the pool? Like Olympic size, or?
Ground? Above ground?
Is it heated?
It's as big as. I think it calculates off my charisma, so I can't come up with anything clever right now.
Limitless.
Okay. Yeah, Tobin's no longer limping.
All right, so that was my first action.
Even as you try to take your hand away, he's like licking away at your hand. So yeah.
Aww.
Get to safety, little guy. And I want to go. I'm just gonna. I'll keep focusing. I want to get the hag, but I want to focus on the water elemental for now. But in his rage, Claude, can I use my free action to just drop my shield?
Of course.
So Claude drops his shield and two hands his longsword, and just starts hacking wildly at this water elemental.
Yep. Go for it.
So that would be a 15 to hit.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Perfect. And then I'm going to use two-handed damage
Mm-hmm.
and add another divine smite. So that's 10 plus 5 for 15.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. This thing is reeling. It's squealing. It's taking a lot of damage. Very very bloodied. And you can just see it's starting to sort of panic now. It's got very very little it can do. Not only have you frightened it, you are causing it significant pain in that as well. Anything else you want to do?
No bonus actions, but now that it's taken damage, the abjure enemy effect should be lifted.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So it's not frightened and its speed is back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. On that, basically, you're going to see that the Sea Hag has already seen the real shift in the battle. Like so many of these minions have been laid out, especially in significant turns. Sea Hags are not just going to rock up onto the land and go fisticuffs with anybody. So you're gonna hear her cackle, and basically you're going to see a combination. So it's a tide mist spell. So everybody roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Add a D4. Okay.
I think bless is D6, right? Didn't we say bless was D6?
I think it's
I
D4
think
at level 1.
I think it's a D4.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Yeah,
the
it's
Bardic
D4.
Inspiration. I think it was the D6. Yeah. Okay.
My Bardic Inspiration is a D8, so
You got less than a 12.
I got 12.
You got 12. Okay. I think Claude and Tuggles.
And Tommy got 10.
15 for me.
Tommy got 10, 15. Okay. So as it turns out, basically the three that were the closest to the Sea Hag, you guys have been blinded. But it's blinded like a really heavy fog, even foggier than that's incredibly dense. You don't see anything in front of you, and the Sea Hag just takes this opportunity to basically scamper. So you're just gonna hear a into the water, and she's basically going to get out of there. She's not there to go one on one. She's an opportunistic attacker. Is trying to get people into the water, pick them off, see if she can get some food, and get out of there. Okay, as well as manipulating everything else that's around her. And you can see with that as well, the water elemental sees that as well. It's gonna basically make its movement towards the water. It barely makes it to the edge, and you can almost see it just dissipate and go invisible.
Can we get a attack of opportunity?
No, because you're blinded.
Okay.
Am I blinded also?
Are you blinded?
Was
I had a
anybody
15 on the save.
anybody under 12?
Tuggle, so Tommy, Tuggles, and Claude were all blind. So the three that
Okay,
were closest
gotcha,
to it,
gotcha.
yeah, they're all blinded as you went on. It mixed into the water, and you can almost just see the equivalent of it just kind of goes into the water and just disappears. It's not even, you don't even see the form, you don't even see it disturbing the water. It just kind of to the water and slips away. And these crabs are there's this one was in the water anyway. So you don't see it anymore. And there's still the 4 that are around Tell at the moment. So it was an attempted sort of hit and run, a snatch and grab type of attack. This isn't a fight to the death or for a cause or whatever. It's just trying to get something and try to get an easy meal and get away. Okay. Right. So with that, Bodok, you're next.
Yep. Oh, am I?
Yeah. And you're not blinded, I believe.
I thought the crabs were gonna go. But that's the case.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Basically, because she's left, you can almost kind of see their demeanor has sort of changed.
Oh, okay.
Not that the crabs would go, rubbing their eyes, but there's far less determination, there's far less focus on what they're doing.
Nice. I'm
And,
going to cast.
because Tuggles is blind. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead, Buddha.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm gonna cast Bane at level 2 on those 4 crabs.
Okay, go for it.
Which, what do I have to do? Whoop. Bane. Make charisma saving throws.
Okay.
Oops.
Any particular score?
DC of 15.
Okay. 3 of them fail. Only one of them passes. So we're going to say the furthest one passes. So the 3 that are in and around Tell and Porter,
Nice.
they all, yeah.
All right,
So
and then
what
I'm
happens then?
going to. I watched Claude do his lay on hands. Tobin,
Yeah.
so I know he's all right, and so I'm gonna take some 5, 10, 15, 20. Get up behind my boy Porter, and that'll be my turn.
Porter the Rock
What
Johnson.
did Bane do? What did Bane do?
Bane, it just I put it in there.
Oh, sorry.
Whenever a target fails this saving throw, the spell ends. The target must roll a d4 to subtract number from attack rolls and saving throws.
It's
So
like
they
reverse
basically just
bless.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of bless. Okay, fantastic. Right. Okay. Next in the order is Bodok. You took your turn. Yep.
That was me.
Cool. Rian. You're up.
Okay.
I'll basically I'll kind of sum it up for once because it's sort of you can kind of get the sense of where this is going.
Yeah.
Basically, any sort of aggression or attack towards these crabs now, they kind of have their own sort of survival instincts about them. They're going to scuttle off. They're going to go away. They don't have a beef with you guys, as you can imagine. They were compelled or charmed or forced to do this. So I'm going to say we're going to go out of initiative. Rian, if you want to do something like take out any aggression on these crabs, because
Makes more
it's not
speed
like
crab.
it's not like there's any immediate sign that they're giving up, because they are, as far as you can see, they're still there. But you get the feeling, there's no other threats there. The hag and everything's gone, and the water elemental's gone as well.
Too
And
late
she
to
is
run,
gonna let out
crabs.
some aggression
Yep.
and cast magic missile again on the 2 that she can see on the right side of Tell.
Yep, that's fine.
So, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, you don't
need
get
to
that.
roll all the damage, but
Yeah.
it's been cast. It hit
Yeah,
them.
exactly. So once again, as I said, yeah, you magic missile, they're going to hit, and basically the one that's in front of Tell is just going to burrow straight down into the ground, and this one is basically going to run off to this little area of the rocks or whatever and disappear as well. So any sort of aggression or whatever for that is enough to do that, and we'll say the same then for these 2 crabs as well, because once again they don't have a horse in this race. They're like, no, I'm not going to get crushed by this giant boulder that's in front of me.
Comforted.
Out of initiative, out of combat. And Tommy, Claude, and Tuggles, basically over the next sort of 60 to 90 seconds, eventually your vision's going to come back to you. Like I said, it was never really back. It was almost like a very intense, thick fog, as far as your vision was concerned.
Through that whole, 60 to 90 seconds, I've left the axe in the ground. I'm two-handing the mace, and I'm just swinging. Dude, I'm going to town at whatever's near me. I'm just hitting there.
Yeah.
I spin to Tuggles. I go, "Are you still mind controlled? Are you still under her influence?" I'm not swinging, but like I have my sword at the ready.
Okay. Yeah. So you're that. So Porter's the only one that basically slowly eventually rocks up, and is the only one that's able to slow the swing of Tuggles' arm, while also taking a smack of the mace against the back of his shell. Okay, but it's just a thunk. So he used his own body to kind of decelerate the speed of it, and then just kind of boom against the shell. You can hear a bit of an echo, a bit of a rumble on that, and this is probably one of the first moments you guys have had to actually really take in the presence of this, and everyone else in the party is looking at these two almost Goliaths as far as you're concerned. And Porter, the face on him, you can almost see like it's like there's very little movement in the eyes. It's a very solemn expression. There's not much variance in his facial expression. There doesn't seem to be any sort of even anger or desperation in that. And you can just go, and you just see him goes, low tide, my friend, low tide. Just settle the swell. Just become like the spring. Yeah, and just all this nautical and water themed calming you down, and that's probably the only thing that's sort of getting through to Tuggles. And he is actually able to hold on to Tuggles' arm, at least the one that has the mace in it. Tuggles, you might be swinging, flailing with your fist. If you are making contact with him, it's almost like a
Yeah, no, I'll let him. I'll let him talk me down.
Yeah, so that's enough from that. And he looks at you, goes, I suspected, as he's just looking at you, kind of just talking to himself.
So as Tommy's vision's like coming back, sorry about that guy. She was out in the water. I thought I was helping. I didn't mean to get us in all this trouble. That got
Tommy,
out of hand fast.
I think I had. You know what? I think she was the one that was. I don't know. I had the same kind of draw to the ocean before this morning whenever I went fishing. I wonder. I don't know if it was the same thing or same person or same creature.
Porter's likely to look at you, goes, likely you were on her menu earlier.
Do you
that
think
is
she?
Unfortunately how these creatures they find their way. I don't think she would have found me that appetizing. They generally try to pick an easier fight than that when they can, but when creatures get hungry, they get desperate.
Well, man, what's making them so desperate? They're not getting the normal.
That type of creature, it's almost an insatiable hunger. It's not even a survival hunger. That thing would feast on anything that would come along if it could.
What about those crabs? Is that normal? Those things.
Unfortunately, they have the ability to impact the nature around it. You saw the water elemental, and they can has that impact on themselves. And to be honest, my friends, none of you were acting particularly composed for part of those fights. I'm not sure what you saw or what you think you saw.
Tommy just looks over his shoulder just to make sure the captain's not walking out the water.
Yeah. And he just goes, unfortunately, it's Calric himself had some exposure to that. But it's not the reason that he's missing now, because I generally was here to look after my friend.
Maybe we should get up off this beach before the crabs decide to come back around. I guess to the lighthouse.
Maybe. What's in these? Anything in these caves down here?
You want to check it out?
Yeah, I want to check out the caves.
Yeah.
Wait, is Tuggle still like freaking out?
He's he started to calm down now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because he's calmed down because he's basically being restrained.
And
By...
since Claude made the mention of like the mind control, I'm definitely a little bit cautious about it, but it seems like that's the most rational explanation with what just happened. Especially because we don't know him still, so like I don't know. If it happens again, maybe we'll think twice. But
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna go check out this cave.
Okay. Check out that cave. Okay. It is quite dark. In this cave naturally. It
shit.
is midday. But it's also midday in Luskan, so it's not particularly bright anyway. And do you have any sort of dark vision? Do you have any?
Nope, I don't have anything with me either to help.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. So you can investigate that. You can still try to investigate in the dark. Do you have a torch or anything in your
No, I don't.
supplies?
I
No,
don't have
you don't.
anything to
I have
cause
dark
light.
vision.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I'll go over with him.
hey, Tell you or hey Viator, you got you can see in the dark, right?
Yep. I have
Yeah,
weird eyes.
I can't see shit in here.
Let me just mosey on over. Okay.
What do
I
you
can
see?
see in here.
Okay. In the cave, it's not a particularly deep cave. You do see sort of evidence of like postal nests, basically, of where these crabs were. There's nothing in them at the moment, but you do see a sort of a scattering of it's called wreckage, flotsam and debris in amongst that, and in under one of them you can see like the bones of some feet underneath some of the wood, so you can see just the foot of a skeleton.
Bones of a foot?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go investigate that.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Well, I'll tell him that there's
Yeah,
bones
sorry.
in there.
Dude, you go check the
You
skeleton.
can't
You
see
go check
shit.
the bone.
wait, Cal, do you have or Viator, do you have any do you have anything like to create light?
Yeah, I think I have something. Where's my bag?
Inventory?
It's okay. It's not just to kind of keep it along. But yeah, so he's seen it anyway. You've gone over to
I
check
do
it
have a
out.
candle.
Yeah.
I have 10 candles.
Ooh, a little seance.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so you go over to that and you're able to move some of the debris. And you do see a weathered skeleton on that, and you do see evidence of like the remnants of like a waistcoat and a little bit of trousers, etc. And off to the side of him, you can see two oyster shells, or it looks like oyster shells, and a small leather, like almost like a rolled up case. So like a leather sheet, that's been rolled up and tied together. So
This
you
is
can
my
see that.
moment. I chose Leatherworkers tools, and I've never been able to use it. It's my time to shine, baby. Let me do something with it, please.
Yeah, investigate with your knowledge of leatherworkers tools.
Okay. How do I do that? What do I roll? Or do I just go?
Investigation.
I think you add proficiency, so whatever, like an investigation roll, you add a 2 to it because you're using.
Whatever is it your proficiency bonus?
Yeah, proficiency bonus. Sorry, so yeah.
That you can see. Not lying. Where's the?
It's above initiative, next to your
It's okay.
speed.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm waiting for like a nat
So it's
one,
plus
because
3.
I don't
I just
know.
roll and then get plus 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus 20 because I can do something with it.
Totally. Well, the thing is, your experience with the leatherworks and this seemingly innocuous item to most other people tells you a tapestry of tales. You can sense where this leather's come from, the type of animal it was used with it, the best buckles to go with it, and with that you're able to unravel it. And you've seen that this is from essentially distant land. It's very well traveled. The leather itself is very aged. It's a set of navigator's tools.
More tools.
Yep.
I add to it?
And yep. Well, you can get that onto your sheet. So navigator's tools. And basically you've got the two oyster shells that have previously been pried open, and you can see a little bit of a glint in them.
Okay. I want to find out more about this.
Yeah. So you're able to, with your, funny enough, actually you had your leather workers tools in there.
Mhm.
Those leather worker tools have actually enabled you to pry open these oyster shells. And each of the oyster shells has a pearl in it. One is an off yellow color, and one is a very light pink color. So basically, to your inventory, you've got 2 pearls, which are very valuable.
Love that.
Yeah. So these ones, and they're a little bit scuffed. So normally the pearls go for about 100 gold pieces each. These ones are a little bit scuffed. So you'd probably say they're anywhere between, depending on your negotiating skills, like 75 to 85 gold pieces each.
Are they black pearls?
You got yellow and you got pink. So,
Oh, that's right.
Yellow.
I forgot you said that.
Nice.
okay, yeah, that's really all you can see in the cave there.
Can I figure out who is this dead person? Is there any identifying
Yeah.
features?
The age of the navigator tools and even the scuffed up age of the pearls, and there's very little evidence on the clothing that would indicate anything that would
Anything?
identify this
Alright.
person. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Plus you can't see shit in the dark.
Yeah.
I gave him a candle. He's got a candle.
Yeah. And he still
You can
doesn't
see
find
very
anything.
little shit in the dark.
This is a well abandoned, well decomposed, deteriorated body in this.
Yeah.
Did we know? I missed that part. Did we know who that is?
No.
The body? No. There's
no,
nothing.
there's
There's
no
nothing in there to
identifying
identify.
features.
Okay.
No name tags.
Just a random dead guy in here, guys.
Yeah, I don't.
Anything
He's
else
been here a
cool?
while.
Yeah. The only thing you would see on the body though is that in amongst the rib cage, you don't know if it's aged or not, but maybe like the bottom 3 or 4 ribs in the rib cage have been broken or ripped out. You, if there was anything based on the sea hag and what you know about the hags, this probably was a previous victim of the sea hag and basically had the innards
call.
eaten. Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
All right, that's it. I'm satisfied here. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. Porter at that time basically is just a case of, if I just ask if you do investigate the lighthouse, please be respectful of Palrock's possessions. I'm just going to rest here for now.
Quick question. Can I give him a Shelly rub?
Of course
for
you can.
helping us?
Yep.
Well,
A
obviously I have
Shelly
to do
rub?
that.
A Shelly rub, yeah.
Run to him. I want
Yeah.
to see you run
Yeah.
across the beach, very
Yeah.
Baywatch style.
Yeah.
Rub the belly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Give me that Shelly.
So tell if you were give me a perception roll, please.
Yes. Perception. That carry over? What do you want?
Okay. If you were to read his expression while you're giving him the Shelly rub, okay? Imagine a senior dog letting a small child rub their back. Like he is letting you do this because maybe this simple creature is okay, you know, because he doesn't seem to be threatened by you or annoyed by it. It's just a case of, okay, little one.
Oh. Well,
Poor
thank you for letting me
for
do
him.
this. I just had to. You know,
Yeah,
it's
of
my
course.
thing.
Of course.
You're the best. Thank you for saving me earlier.
You know, I will help as I can. I'm here for assistance if you wish. If you do find out anything about my friend, please let me know.
Gotcha. One last final pat on the shell, and I got you.
He considers for a moment giving you a pet, but he realizes the size difference and probably would be quite detrimental to a little one like yourself. So he just assumes that's the way you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
That
your
is.
way.
Yeah.
And so he's just going to sit on that rock there, look out to the ocean, and rest.
Perfect.
Tuggles, you good? You okay? We're friends still, right? Because we gotta
Yeah.
you gotta start swinging at us.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't see any enemies around right now, right?
Excellent.
No, yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, let's get off this freaking beach.
I was checking all the tokens just to make sure there wasn't like one
I'm gonna-
random quick blight stick on
Right,
that
right,
rock.
right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll lean into it. I'll be like, no, I mean, I don't know what the hell happened, man. I mean, where did you guys all go? Right? We were fighting, and what the hell? I'm gonna be like mad. Right.
Yeah.
We were here. I think I saw something weird. I don't know. That as soon as that hag popped up, things just got weird for a minute.
Okay, so I'm going to do something here, but let me know. Okay,
We
are
see it?
your characters
Lost.
there?
No,
No.
you gotta bring the tokens over from the other.
I gotta. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you don't need our tokens in the scene, it's up to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, probably not for this one. It's just that you're basically while you're talking, you make your way up to the lighthouse, like you said you're going to.
Yeah.
You find that the door is ajar, slightly ajar on that, and you walk in. Does anyone want to take a look around you? When you walk in, you do see a spiral staircase, and you see some belongings within the immediate vicinity of this ground floor. These logs off to the side, basically, as you can imagine, would be firewood. And anybody want to do? Let people do investigation checks. And by the way, do I lift the tokens from the other page, or do I just drag them from Art Library?
Good question.
So I'm trying to
7.
drag token here.
So we're investigating. This looks like his room. Like this looks like where the guy lived. Like he's got junk
Is it
here.
the entrance?
Yeah, so this the ground floor entrance.
Gotcha. Just
Or-
the foyer.
Oh yeah, he is correct.
Oh yay.
I will see. I think that this should keep the lighthouse base on your screen. And then what do I? How do I bring that across? Anyway, did anybody get say higher than 12? It's not a particularly difficult check.
No. Yeah. Oh wait, I did get a 12.
Okay.
Rian got a 22.
Yeah, Rian, as you're looking around, basically what you're going to notice is that you've got the wood stacked up on the outside. You imagine for firewood. but it hasn't been disturbed, hasn't been moved for quite a while. There's even moss growing on the top of it, so indicate that it hasn't been touched, hasn't been disturbed for a while. When you stick your head into the door, you're going to see different belongings, different shoes, and even raincoats and capes on that, still hanging up on the wall. So, but no wet footprints, nothing that would say it's been recently inspected or lived in.
What kind of coats are on the rack?
Yeah, they're just like heavy raincoats, almost like tarp. They're not particularly fancy. They're just they almost look like kind of like leathery, like ponchos.
Yeah.
So,
Like almost like a raincoat type thing.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Bo's gonna grab one.
Okay.
Try to size one up, see if it fits.
Yep. Yeah, it fits. They're so big, they're almost kind of like a one size fits all. And Colric, that you sort of knew of, was human anyway, so
Nice.
they're not excessively large or small for you.
Got a big old coat now.
Yeah.
Is-
Hell yeah.
Is there like a layer of dust on stuff? Like, does it look like no one's been through this space in a minute, or?
Yeah, most of the signs you'd say is that it hasn't been disturbed. If anything, you're probably just going to see a little bit of rain. You probably wouldn't even see as much dust, but you might see sand, for example, just because the door was ajar and weather-beaten lighthouse, etc.
All right, maybe we who wants? I might need a hand with it, but let's head upstairs and try to get that light pointed the right direction, so no other sailors run into any problems.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Tommy
Yeah.
will start working his way up the stairs.
Bo's
Okay.
checking out his new coat, wearing it up.
Yeah. Okay. As you go up the stairs, Tommy, I imagine you were the first one to suggest it. Rian, I'm going to say you were close behind because you were investigating and looking deep into things. And everybody can follow up in the order that they wish. You're basically going to come into a large, irregularly shaped room. It's as circular as you can imagine, with it's a very old lighthouse, so even old for the technology at this time. And you do see just evidence of a solitary life. You've got a rug, you've got a wood stove fireplace, and different bits and pieces as you go along. And I'll give that out as sort of people do investigation checks or want to look into the room.
I'd like to check out these maps up here.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
the floor.
Cool. When you go to check them out, so they are random. They initially look random from a distance, but they are scrawled sort of maps of the area. And as you look at it, the ink that was on it, it's very dark. It's a very rich color. It's obviously very well dried. But the hint, the smell that you sort of get on the air, that's very old dried blood. Very old dried blood used to scrawl these maps on it, and you can see signs of like scratching on the ground and like little bits of broken fingernails, etc. in and around these.
And around the maps themselves.
Yeah. So it just the map is made up by that. So this is being made up. That's not actually just a map and it's got a bit of blood on it. The mappings have been made out with the dried blood, with the scratchings of the fingernails, etc. And you basically see what looks like quite a wide landscape from a viewpoint that's very, very high up. And you can see near the bottom of the page would be some of the features of like the port, an area. So you get Luskin's position in relation to that at the very bottom, and then a couple of areas marked out, seemingly on the map, of like the features of like the mountains and a few sort of scrawled areas.
Yeah. All right, I'm I'm gonna take a good look at these maps and try to see if I can figure out like where it is in
Yeah.
relation to ship to us while others do their thing.
Cool. Nice. So we'll come back to that. Okay. Anybody else want to look around there?
Can
Alright.
I tell if there's any sort of magic lingering?
Yeah. Do let's do Arcana.
Jesus Christ. It was a 1.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. You. No, you don't have any sense of that. At least, to be honest with that roll, even if it was directly in front of you, there's a chance you might miss it. Okay. Let's say you're distracted by Tobin getting injured, right? So you're not you're thinking I should look for something, but I'm more concerned with Tobin. Okay.
Does anybody else think this room's giving off some like real creepy vibes?
Well, I have a question. I don't, much care for like the homeliness of it, but this plant looks a little weird to me. Is it like super green in real life, or is that just on the picture? Like, does it look like a healthy plant in real life?
Yeah, it does.
In
Yep.
this place that's like super untouched,
Yep.
and it's like inside a building where it's assumingly not getting water and light and stuff.
Correct.
Can I look into that?
You can do it during the.
Can I
during the
walk away
intro
from that?
check. Yeah.
15.
Yeah. So it's a red herring. Yeah. So it is planted, and it's growing out of that, but it's not a plant pot. And you're like, this is wooden floor. How the hell that's the thing. You sort of tug and feel at it, and you feel like, oh, I could actually pull this out if I wanted to. And with that, you're going to see a large. Well, sorry, actually, for Tuggles, it's not large, but there is a hole in that. It's not a staircase. It's not uniform in any way, shape, or form. It's very rough, dug hole
That goes through the ground
that goes through the ground. Yeah.
down to the bottom floor.
Technically, it goes out the sort of the walls to the side, so it's actually going into it's going down
into like the earth.
Yeah, and down into the earth. Yeah. So this is almost in kind of goes into the structure of it, and then down into the earth.
I'm gonna look at the hole, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like down at myself and really gauge if I
Yeah.
think that I can fit my big ass self down this assumingly tiny hole. And I'm gonna take like a second to think about it and be like,
Yeah.
the math. I don't. No. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
So it's not tiny. It's not a tiny hole. It's just.
Oh, okay. Can I fit down it?
It would be a tight fit for you. When it comes through there, what you do notice as well is there's a token. You're starting to feel a little bit of a pulse in your chest, just underneath your chin,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a little and a little bit of a green glow
The closer
coming
I get
from
to
when you sort of are in the area of that hole, and it's coming from your necklace.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I'm confused. Did we go upstairs, but there's a hole that goes into the ground that's not into the wood floor that we're on?
Yeah, so this obviously isn't an exact drawing, but basically it's the lighthouse isn't like an actual just perfect circle on its own. It's kind of got like you can see like parts where the rooms kind of branch off to the side.
Okay.
So there's kind of dirt and stuff, not quite like a hobbit hole, but the bottom sort of part is almost kind of like a hobbit hole.
Okay.
You
Alrighty.
can see
Cool.
sort of hill and ground around.
And I
that.
assume it uses kind of the mountain that's already, or like the hill that's already there as structural base support.
Exactly.
Like it's going to be built into the
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
land.
So you can see it's not like a 20th century lighthouse, perfect circle and brick the whole way up.
Okay.
But it's got that mechanism on that as well. When you can see that as well, there's window area and there's a little hatch as well that does lead to a ladder. You can see there's the spiral staircase there, and there's a hatch as well that leads up to allows you to go up as well.
Alright.
So Tuggles is at the plant. Bodok's at the maps. Rian is concerned with Tobin. And not sensing any magic anywhere. She doesn't sense a damn thing, right? Tell or Claude or Tommy. What do you want to do?
Tommy wouldn't have cared about this personal space, so I would have gone. Would have got into this room, seen that the light source that I'm looking for isn't here, so I would have gone to the hatch and would have continued upward.
Okay, cool. As you're kind of walking past, so like you didn't really care about his personal space, you walk past what did catch your eye. There was a couple of those bottles on the outside, Chesterfield, booze bottles. So you see
Tommy
that,
doesn't grab
you
one,
recognize-
but yeah, takes
you
note of
recognize
it.
the brand, but they're empty.
Oh,
and
then Tommy doesn't care.
You can, yeah, exactly. So you recognize the brand, but they're empty, and you've got the hatch that allows you to go up.
Yeah, Tommy would have head up the hatch.
Okay, cool. Tell or Claude?
I'm just looking around for like signs of either a struggle, because did anybody mention the blood that was on the maps?
You are starting to see a little bit more of it now around. Not only there, but you can see it on sort of edges of doors. Not like someone's had their throat cut splash. It's more like where someone's put their hand and you see it on the thing. And you also see it on the ground around this plant as well.
And that's the plant where the hole was.
Yes.
Can we tell approximately how long it's been there based on how dry it is or the coloration?
It probably not an exact timing of it in terms of like criminology science, but it would align with how long Calric's been missing for, so but you do also get the feeling that this is like a lonely life, a cluttered life, a gradual deterioration of the mind within this scenario. You see some books have been put back in place, some are open on random pages, some of them have pages ripped out of them. So lots of flurry of activity of research and investigation on that.
As the blood brings me around, I'll end up over at the hole where Tuggles is investigating. And I'll look down and I'll look at him and I'll pull out my hemp rope and ask him, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?"
Oh yeah, brother.
As you go to put the hemp rope down there, one thing catches your eye is it's a broken fingernail right at the top of the hole.
Okay. Is there anything to secure it to? The rope?
Probably just the thing is, as you look down, it's not a drop. It's more like a gradual. You kind of got to look, and you kind of see it's kind of angled, so it's more like something you sort of crawl and sort of slip down into, tunnel wise, as opposed to but it's a good question, as opposed to like a vertical pit.
In that case, let's just use that.
You're kind of getting the image of this as hand done, and therefore someone's not really going to go straight down.
Got it.
They're going to go at an angle. Okay.
I'll use a torch then. I've got a torch to maybe scout it out.
Okay. Let's go with Tell. Tell, is there anything you want to do?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Of course.
11.
No, there is like a sense of it, like if there was sort of any sort of feeling, there's maybe like a disturbance in the air that you're sort of feeling, and it became a little bit more evident, which maybe Rian wasn't able to detect, but whenever the holes cleared by the plant, maybe it became a little bit more a greater sense of something in that direction.
All right, let's check this plan out.
Okay.
Let's go
Cool.
with these guys.
Right. We're going to go. So basically, with the sort of part, Rian, do you want to go up or do you want to go down?
Yeah, she'll just kind of follow Tommy and meander.
Okay. Cool. We'll do that. We'll do that one first. Okay.
Are you
We're
carrying Tobin up the ladder, or are you leaving Tobin? Because from what I understand, it's a ladder up to a hatch.
He's like medium sized now. Can I like scoop him? No, like around my shoulders, have the backside on one and his head
Yeah.
on my other side.
Like a boombox.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's absolutely fine. Okay. Cool. So here's the hatch at the bottom. Okay. You're walking up. There's a gangway on the outside. You can see rusted bars. Just well weathered exterior to the lighthouse. And you can see that it is not moving. It's just pointed in a single direction. You knew when you were coming up that for some reason it did look a little bit distorted, the light. It wasn't like a very strong light. And that it was initially, it seemed to at least be pointing inland.
Yeah. Tommy's gonna walk up to it. Do I see any kind of handles or anything mechanical that I could start to rotate, or do I use my own hands? Tommy wants to try to rotate it 180 degrees, or no, have 180 degrees so it's going back out to the ocean.
Even if you could, there is a mechanism there that is returning it, and you can see that basically a crowbar has been jammed into it very deep to keep it pointing that direction. As you come towards the light, you do realize that the reason it doesn't seem as strong as you would expect, even in that direction, is that there is like a fabric or a cloth, or there's something against the, let's call it the exterior of the light that is actually that's actually causing it to split as well. So that's why it's not as intense, because it's actually, I couldn't get the picture, but imagine it's almost kind of dark in the middle. It's almost kind of pointing in different directions.
Does Rian notice this thing jammed in there too?
Yeah.
Can I cast enlarge, reduce, and reduce the size of it to see if making it smaller will make it come out?
Little crowbar?
You could, but I'll save you the spell on that and just say, because it's been in the mechanism for so long, the mechanism itself probably wouldn't even move it even if you did take it. It's been jammed in, and it's almost kind of solidified. It's like it's well rusted. It's not going to move on that.
Darn.
Can I pull the cloth or fabric away to reveal more light?
You can indeed.
Then I'll at least pull that. Noticing that she was maybe trying to fiddle with the thing that doesn't seem to be moving, I want to pull the cloth away.
Okay.
Oh. Gathered.
This is once again the scrawled, almost looks like a journal entry. It's with the dirt on it, and to get the message across. But there's lots of doodles, there's lots of scribbles, there's lots of intricate little designs on this. But you really get once again this idea of Luskin being at the bottom, and this is what's splitting the light in two particular directions. One, as you can see, if you were to look out the window, is towards the mountains, and one is deeper into the forest.
The light.
Yeah, if you were looking out from where the light's pointing out the lighthouse, one's out towards the mountains and one is towards the forest.
And
obviously, you had to make the writing a little bit clear, so it's not like a calligraphy. It's rough scrawled, and of this, and lots of doodles and scribbles, and it's an unwell mind has done this. And it talks about gathering the pieces before the canal opens again. Only with the right items will the path reveal itself.
And this was the cloth that I pulled down.
Yeah.
That was okay. I definitely obviously show it right to Rain and be like, what the hell can this mean?
Does the circle thing in the sky kind of remind Rian of when the hand came out of the sky at the end of our battle with Kasera?
Yeah.
So the portal thing, remember, Tommy, that hand that came out of the sky? That looks like that portal thing. It's gonna open again.
Up in the Tommy's like pointing to up in this top right hand corner,
Yeah.
this sun looking thing. You think that's the portal
Yeah.
where the hand came from? So
Gather the
no,
pieces
so
before it
where
opens again.
yeah, so when Rian's talking about that, it's this idea of the intricacy of the bark and the sort of the emblems and things that were on that, as opposed to looking like a portal. That makes sense.
Okay.
But they're all sort of connected that way.
So this guy was also saw the portal that we had seen. Obviously, he was on to something, but he must have, maybe that's where he disappeared, is to go try to find these items. And Tom is just kind of talking out loud with Rain, bouncing ideas back and forth.
Yeah.
But why would that make him change, or why would that make the lighthouse change? Why did they need to break the lighthouse?
And again, the lighting's going out towards a forest and towards the
mountains. Yeah.
Maybe he was using, like, maybe he has an idea of like something in the forest and something in the mountains is where items could be. Because Tommy kind of points with the lighting of like, that's the only reason I could think he would turn this away from the sea.
Gosh, I wish we had Jarvis here. He might know what books to look at.
Yeah,
we should show everybody else and see if anybody knows anything.
Do you have anything to write with, Rain? Do you have a pen, anything?
I'd say that's pretty standard, yeah. Or,
Okay.
Even or
got blood like the person downstairs did.
I guess. I was gonna. Well, I guess now in my own thoughts, if I'm a captain of a ship, maybe I have something that I would jot. Not like if I'm nautically like, so if I have a pen or pencil, basically on the same cloth down in like a corner, I would make a little note that the light points towards the forest, the light points towards the mountain, just so I have it kind of written down.
You could also take this.
I'm definitely gonna take this with me, but just so I kind of have a note of it. Even though I'll try to remember it, I want to just make a little note of it, and then, all right, yeah. Let's go show this to the group. Maybe they found more notes that he has telling more details or something.
Okay. Bear with me as I try to do this as I go along. Okay. Anybody who was
when they come back, can I be like Winnie the Pooh style, stuck head first in the hole, kind of like with my butt sticking out, legs shaking?
Of course.
What the hell?
Tuggles, this is what you can see in the hole.
Nice.
You stick your head in there, and you do continue to see remnants of a bit of blood and scratching, and just this is not a mine. This is not anything like that. You can just see, and it continues down this path, and this trinket of your necklace is starting to get a little bit more intense. It's not mad buzzing, but the fact that it hasn't really done anything before and is doing something is indicating that you're moving in the right direction.
Well, good. I was gonna say Tommy just comes down with the paper with Ray and is like, "Hey guys," and kind of sees him halfway in the hole. What are we going? Where are we doing? What is happening?
Toggles.
In the hole it's just a hole. Somebody dug it, I think.
Did you guys fix the lighthouse yet? Puggle's getting stuck. I don't know what he's doing.
Tommy kind of holds up the claw thing and it seems like this guy was onto something with, remember the hand we saw in the sky with the portal, and he kind of points to the sun portal looking thing, and then Tommy also mentioned, so when I took this off, the light up there was being split towards the mountains and towards the forest, and this thing talks about finding items. I think maybe he might have gone out looking for something to help close up the portal.
Whenever he talks about like where the light was pointed towards the mountain and the forest, can I see anything on the maps that indicate anything special? Like
Yeah.
or like correlate with kind of like what Tommy's talking about, since I've been kind of investigating them.
So now when you look at it, basically the mountain part of that, when you start to look at the mountain, you're trying to find any sort of detail on the mountain. You do see what looks like a rectangle, or like multiple rectangles that give the idea of some sort of a structure in that. It's not like all the rest of the mountains. It's kind of jagged lines. It looks very natural, and this one very clearly kind of looks like squares or small rectangles. They're not giant, obviously, because perspective, but it's still an indication of what's there. And when you look towards the forest, you see the only thing that really stands out from the forest part is that there looks to be one part that has a little bit of a waterfall, a circle around the base of that, so as in the waterfall is falling into this circle, and then an indecipherable sort of image at that circle.
Okay.
So this would seem to get, without that context of where you're looking for, there's lots of random things on this.
Yes.
But what allows you to pick them out is that these ones almost kind of be seen. These ones seem to be a bit more intentionally drawn, as opposed to the general sort of scribbles and scrapes about the place.
I mean, there's a little bit something on these maps that I don't know. There's looks like a structure in the mountains, and then maybe some type of waterfall in the forest that kind of might be something to look towards.
All right, so maybe that gives us at least a general direction. We don't have to just go and searching through the mountains and going searching through. Maybe we can use his maps that he was starting to kind of zone in on those two areas, which will be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are those? Why are we going towards those?
I don't know.
What is it?
It seems like he was saying something. Second, let me pull it back up. He was on here. He was saying like only with the right items, only then will the path reveal itself, and that we need to gather pieces before it opens again. So he was obviously searching for something before that hand portal opens again, and perhaps it'll. I just don't understand the part with the path. So maybe he was looking for pieces, and I don't know what path he was trying to reveal.
Is that written in? Is it written in blood?
Do I think it's written in blood on the? Yeah. So
on yours, okay.
It's a torn page, and then as you kind of look around at the books around, you can see there's books that have torn pages and stuff. So it's almost been hastily kind of written down. It's a little bit clearer in the picture that I provide. That's just for presentation purposes.
Yeah.
But that's what you're sort of making out from that. All the while, Tuggles is now upside down, waist deep into this pit. Tuggles, do you want to keep going down the hole?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to go down the hole.
No. Okay. You can see that the tunnel continues to go down, and there's a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a light down there.
It looks like it kind of opens up a little bit wider the further in that I go. Does it look like someplace that I can get oriented, or am I gonna be like slugging my way through this? Do I think?
No, you get the feeling that with the light exam, and the way this path is. Plus, there's probably an element of just how far could this guy actually dig with his bare hands.
Yeah.
So you can hope that it doesn't go too far. And
I'll go for it. You know what? I'll go for it. We're adventurous. We're going for it.
As you're continuing now, you do eventually see that this sort of handmade tunnel does eventually does reach like a bit of a cave or a bit of a more natural opening. under the ground. So he hasn't dug this whole part. Eventually, it's popped out somewhere.
Do we still see Tuggle's body, or has he gone in enough that we don't see him?
He's gone enough, and just because of sheer size, like he's a good distance in, but you can still see his feet.
All right,
You know what I mean? So
Tommy will just kind of like poke his head.
He's kind of like army crawling through this.
Tommy just kind of pokes his head down in. What do you see in there, big guy?
It's a hole. It keeps going. I think there's maybe some stuff on the other end. There's something on the other end.
All right, just just be careful that you don't get to a point that you can't turn around, because it's gonna be tough for us to get you back out.
Yeah. Yeah, this thought did not previously cross my mind at all. Like, this is not something that I considered.
Hey, that's right. You're just doing your thing, but Tommy's just like Tommy kind of pokes his head in to watch your process, but I'm not gonna follow you because I don't want to get stuck in a position where I can't get past you and get back out.
Tuggles, as you're reaching this opening, as you can see there, you're getting a little bit too far. The voices now from anybody else that's behind you is a bit more muffled.
Yeah, just
because,
make sure
because
that
it's kind of
you're
wet ground, so it kind of absorbs the sound as well. So, anyone who wants to follow can, or
I'll go down.
Tuggles is down there as well.
Claude's been waiting.
Claude went down.
I've got a torch. Yeah, I'm going down.
So you also in your big armor is going through a small, big enough hole. Okay.
Yeah.
But me with my armor versus this 7-foot
Yeah.
monster, I think.
Monster.
Do you still have your rope?
Yeah, I still have the rope.
Hand me, Tommy wants you hang on to one end of the rope. Tommy wants the other end of the rope.
I've got about 50 feet on there. So
Yeah, Tommy will hold on to one end of the rope. Not that I'm going to be able to pull you back out, but just if I just every once in a while give it a couple tugs, let me know that you're okay.
I'll tie it around my waist just in case.
Anyone else following Tuggles and Claude?
Let them go. Let the boys play.
I don't want to go the hole.
Tell.
I don't think I can.
I'll go home.
I'll go home.
It's too tight.
Tommy and Rhea went up. They can go down.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tommy doesn't like the tight spaces, so Tommy doesn't want to go in there if he doesn't have to.
Okay, cool. Basically, as you make your way through this, so basically we've got Tell, we've got Claude, and we've got Tuggles made their way down to the thing. This increasing glow is starting to appear at the base of this within sort of the cave area that's in there. Hi, Callie. And you can see there that there is a large root system within this hole, and in particular on that, not only is it glowing a slight green, it's not like a very, very bright green, but there's also a gas, there's also a mist being emitted from that. Claude, Tuggles, Tell.
What was it that was emitting this mist?
The root. The roots.
The root.
The root.
Oh.
The root is on fire.
Can I use
First
divine
thing you
sense?
notice, first thing you notice, even as you're coming in here, that even though this mist is around you, you're not having difficulty breathing.
Okay.
And it
That
seems
was
to
my
be
first
seeping out through sort of areas of this cave network. And even as it fills the room, it's really, really starting to look like fog.
Is it
Fog machine?
warm in here? Is the temperature just kind of humid? Is it the same as outside?
Yeah, just obviously without the wind chill factor. There doesn't seem to be any sort of heat, energy in this. There seems to be the little bit of light. It's not necessarily like a beam. It's just more of a slight fluorescent, maybe almost bioluminescent sort of quality to that, with this fog seeping out of the pores. And Claude, this is probably one of the first times when you ever look towards Tuggles, you'll see that he has a necklace on him, and it is glowing
What color?
green.
Green.
So
Tuggles, what's on your neck?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna look down and kind of look at it for a minute. It's it's just like a token, right? It's from my mother. I just, it's the one thing I kept when I left, so I have no idea what it's doing. No.
Has ever done that before?
No. Oh no. No, this is new.
Not to put you in harm's way or anything, but what would happen if you touch the root that's glowing?
I'm super here for touching the root that's glowing. Can I rage? Can I rage real quick?
Yep.
I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna just grab it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm grabbing the root.
Cool. Could you do a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be there to try to pull it off if
2.
anything happens.
That is that's a nat 1. That's a nat 1 actually.
Okay, cool. There's now 2 twig blights in that room with you, as far as you're concerned.
Woo.
As far
Claude
as
doesn't
he's
see
concerned.
Claude doesn't see a twig blight. Tell
Is
doesn't see a
Claude-
twig blight.
Is Claude and
Are we
Tell
the
there.
twig?
Is this
Let's-
room like
let's-
this
let's-
dugout
let's-
area?
Yeah, let's say from Tuggle's perspective, there is a twig blight where Claude is, and there is a twig blight where Tell is.
Gotcha. Yeah, is this like a big area to where I can move, or am I like cramped in here to where I can't really do anything?
It's decent size. Like, what sort of movement do you want?
I mean, like full on fighting. I think I'm like looking around. Can I wield weapons? To swing weapons around, or am I like?
you could. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everything must be fine down there. He hasn't tugged on the rope at all, so.
Well,
So far, so good, as far as I know.
I'm gonna just lunging tackle at the twig blight that's closest to me.
Okay.
Whoever was right behind me is getting tackled to the ground.
Claude.
That's probably me, yeah.
Yeah. Strength saving throw or dexterity saving throw.
12.
Yeah. And
That's against
Tug.
mine.
Yeah, Tug. I want you to do an acrobatic check because you were initially lunging towards the root system,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of had this drastic sort of last minute sort of change of direction.
Gotcha. Acrobatics. Boom. 20.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. You clear over that, and you're making your way towards Claude. So who won the strength check?
I believe I did.
Do you have
Claude.
to roll a strength check?
Yeah. It's an
Oh,
opposing
the
strength
20
check,
was to get over the root?
Yeah, that was just to get.
Oh,
over
and
it.
then now it's the contesting strength. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
rolling a strength. I see. 6. I think. I don't know if I get advantage on that though. I don't think so. Push,
No.
pull, lift, and something else. Break. This is none
Yep.
of those, right?
Which is fine. Okay, cool. Basically, with that, you tussle each other, but Claude's able to push you off. On that,
Nice.
so his strength to push you off, but he pushes you back onto the route.
Nice.
Okay, because it was a tight space there, and you do land on the route.
Okay.
Okay.
This sounds like an overall win, I think.
You land on the route, and basically your eyes glaze over for a second as you start to have a vision. I'm going to tell you about that vision on the next session.
Oh goodness. Okay.
He's slaughtering everybody.
I cannot believe
Yeah.
that you rolled that poorly on the strength check.
Yeah,
That-
Scared the crap
yeah.
out
It
of
was
me.
a 2. It was a 2, dude.
A pancake
Yeah.
flop onto you. This huge man.
Yeah, this clumsy, tight space, erratic movement, and Claude, trained, defensive fighter as well. Almost like almost like a using your momentum against you, able to throw you back. You land onto the route, your eyes glaze over, and you're going to have a vision at the start of our next session.
Damn, you got attacked by Tuggles twice.
Yeah, me and him apparently don't gel. So